Dungeon Runners Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dungeon Runners Podcast. Today, I am your host, GeneralDrowned, and I am with MyHatIsBlue and MrCreepyPasta. Say hello, everyone.
Hey, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, there you go. Spike gets it. Yes, to say hello to the world.
Hello, world.
Hey, guys stands for everyone. Let's not be sexist.
Guys is plural, I assume, yeah. Generalization.
Yeah. Is that considered to be a genderless term now, guys?
I
like to
consider
hope
it
so.
one.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, like, no, it's one of those things. Like when you call someone dude, you could say that to it's genderless. It just means friendo, you know?
Yeah, friendo, dudes, guys, compadres. Those are all just like general terms for a group of people or someone around.
I get it. General terms.
Indeed, terms I use. So it's been a little while since we've done a podcast, but that's because things have been a little busy and a little crazy. So, for instance, there's been a lot of natural disasters. There's been like 4 hurricanes and an earthquake.
Did you say 4?
Yeah, there was Irma, Harvey. Oh shit, I don't remember what the third one's name is.
I was gonna say I don't remember being 4.
Maria.
I think my count is like.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, 3. I think was my count too.
It's definitely 3. There's Harvey, Irva. I already forgot the names. I said.
And then the other one that was like East Coast.
Yeah, and then there was the earthquake in Mexico City, and it's just been a shit ton of things busy. Spike's been in and out because he has had a shit ton of people at his place during this. He's been dead for like 3. He's been dead
like
for like
a month, longer than a month, I think.
5, 7, 8 weeks. He's been dead for the last year.
Matt's also been dead.
Matt's dead for a lot of reasons.
I don't think he has his computer right now. It's the big thing.
I think he does. He's got problems, and they're stupid.
Well, let's just say the last time you heard of Matt being in his house was because he was wiring his house.
That's right. And then now it's gotten to like this weird. I don't even know what the hell happened to his house.
He's no longer in his house. Put it that way.
It's definitely unlivable at the moment.
That's right. I remember that. He had like some kind of like he had the walls ripped out or something like that, and then now it's completely unlivable.
Yeah, last time I talked to him, he was designing the bathroom, so I assume he's working on it to some degree.
I don't know what Matt's doing at all, man.
Checking a lot of Pinterest, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's how you get a house built. But Spike, you wanna give us a rundown of what's been going on for you?
Building Halloween is like the big thing about it right now. But it was for the longest time. It was people over at the house. So Muji was here, and like literally like a whole bunch of like YouTuber friends and stuff. Madame Macabre was over here. Giggles was here for San Japan, which was really fun. So we were also celebrating Megan's birthday because Megan's birthday was in the beginning of September.
Like the 19th, right?
Let's say what?
It was like the 19th.
No, it was like the 4th.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Or did you guys celebrate? Like, because I remember seeing something about like guys going out for something.
Yeah, we went over to Medieval Times in Dallas, and then we all got drunk at Medieval Times. Then we went over to do karaoke and got even more drunk on sake afterwards. But it was a lot of fun.
Well,
everybody was just drunk in a big karaoke. We rented like anime style karaoke room.
Oh, dude.
And everybody was singing karaoke.
Anime themes.
Did you get?
I wish they had Japanese songs, but we actually ended up singing stuff like Avenue Q and Chicago.
Respectable stuff. Get out of here.
The internet is for porn. Is respectable stuff. Oh, me and Megan actually ended up singing "Flock of Seagulls."
Nice.
But
did you restyle your hair for it?
So you don't understand how much I absolutely want to do that hairstyle. I've wanted that for years.
The almost impossible hairstyle.
Everybody used to have that back in the 80s, man. The Flock of Seagulls
at this point, you're rocking the generic YouTuber style. You may as well go all out and go for the 80s.
Yeah. I mean, I could wear a mask, man. Nobody has to know.
No, you need to be proud of that choice.
But that was mainly it. Now, Vincent Venicava was over here. Like, he literally just went home because we were doing this thing for Halloween this year. We're promoting a book that has a whole bunch of really respectable authors, and also Vincent. And
wow,
It's a book that actually is for charity. So it actually goes towards cancer research. And it's a UK charity, in fact. So it all goes towards, I don't say cancer research. It's actually for supporting families who have family members that are that have cancer. That's what the charity is for. So almost all the stories. This 13-day countdown goes towards that. So he wrote up these things. He flew out from Los Angeles down here. We spent the day plotting out the intros, and we shot the whole thing so that each intro talks about like the charity and talks about everything. And I continually make that joke that it has like these really well-known authors and these really respected people in writing and also Vincent Venicava.
That's the dream, man. To latch on to the other people.
He's a great guy. He's wonderful when it comes down to writing. I just love to give him shit about stuff. He's a hilarious guy.
He sounds like a good fellow.
Yeah, so dude you can get drunk with. Well, how often do you get drunk, Jen?
Never. I don't drink ever.
It's just constantly letting me down.
Yeah.
Well, I don't drink. Gotcha. I don't smoke.
What did you, Blue? You get drunk?
I got on the daily at 6.
I literally can't get drunk.
Oh, not even on the daily?
No, I'm on drugs, and the drugs make you sleepy if you drink alcohol, man.
That actually, you guys.
So I don't get drunk. I go instantly to a sleep.
We can never party.
We could party, just
just not after 6 p.m.
like kids. Just get our sodas out. We'll play beer pong without the beer.
Look, if I took you to a party with a fucking jumping castle and someone dressed up as Spider-Man, would you not be hyped as fuck?
I mean, yeah. Okay, that's true, I guess. I was going to say, but it would eventually fade. I actually don't think that would fade at all. This is a dude in Spider-Man doing backflips inside of a bouncy castle. Pretty sure that's just going to stay with me. On the other hand, you could also get drunk and do that.
But wouldn't the bouncy castle be like a bad place to be drunk? You just make yourself sick.
No, trust me, man. You get drunk, you get drunk and you see a bouncy castle. You don't care if you get sick. You want to be in the bouncy castle.
You end up buying that bouncy castle. Bouncy castles are fucking expensive. I don't know if you know that.
Are they really? I've never seen. There was this one thing. You'll appreciate this, Jen. I was looking at trying to do something fun for Megan's birthday before we decided on going to Medieval Times, and I was like, yeah, the bouncy castle might be cool. I was looking at renting a bouncy castle for Megan's birthday, right? And instead of a place where they had a bouncy castle, I found a place that actually has like a bouncy. It is like not a bouncy. It's like an inflatable bar. Like it just comes up with a bar that like inflates, right? And the bar is Moe's Tavern. Yeah,
oh, that's awesome.
So I was looking at that like, oh, that'd be really cool. How much is it? Like $1,300. Yeah, I don't need it.
It's fucking expensive.
But that would be an afternoon of fun.
An afternoon for $1,300. I could go to Disneyland for a weekend for probably less than that,
Oh, dude.
Shut up. That's not a bouncy castle.
Go and be able to stay at Disneyland.
Seriously. Well, like for you, you're like... Actually, we did a little bit of math. If I wanted to, because we're in Dallas, there's the Spirit Airlines. I don't know if you've heard of those Spirit Airlines, but it comes out of like LA in California. They're like all over like actually the West Coast and the Northwest. But they'll do...
Is it a horror themed? Is it a horror themed?
No, it's like a Native American thing. That's what Spirit was about. But it was... I can fly from here to LA for maybe about $100 ticket with like plus tax.
Oh, shit.
That's one of those like the extras.
Not even extras. It's like if you want to bring carry-on, it's like $25. Yeah, but I mean, like if I wanted to go to Disneyland for the weekend, it's not that bad of a price. It's cheaper than driving there. You hit up an Uber, take me over to a cheap hotel. I can do Disneyland for pocket change.
Yeah, go to Disneyland, hit up the Stripple Motel.
Okay, you act like that's bad. However, as soon as you said it, I was like, fucking yeah, I'm in for that.
And if only I had time to actually spend on the weekend.
Yeah, I know, man. Like, I...
Just busy with work.
That's the downfall of work. Like, you don't spend it. You get so much money because you have no time to spend it. But at the same time, you have no time to spend it, so you just hate working.
Yeah, like... I've come to do that thing that Barnabas has been doing, where he's working and he buys games and he doesn't play them. And it's just like, I have more games than I have time.
You're gonna be.
Oh God, that's like the worst possible outcome. That's the bad end.
I mean, this is bad and down. Barnabas even went to fucking Disneyland this week, and I was gonna go with him and his husband, but like, I have to work.
Yeah,
I think it is today.
He's there right now.
But
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's got the.
And I worked.
You remember the last time we went? We went last year, and it was.
Yeah, at this time.
It was the Nightmare Before Christmas inside of the Haunted Mansion. Oh, that was so sweet.
That's so fucking cool. It's also a surprise to everyone, so it's fucking really radical.
Man, I want to go during Halloween again. Shit, have to be cool during Halloween.
If I had time, I think I'm actually working on Halloween. So.
Are you serious? At least go to work in costume. Yeah. Just go there dressed as like Pennywise the Clown and do like your.
Actually, I haven't watched.
Just do your factory work in like clown costume. That'll go great.
You guys joke, but they're actually apparently having.
Are you serious? There was we did that in the call center, but like I imagine we can't get injured quite as much as you could.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Just dress up as a Shy Guy. You've got the mask, and then you just need like a red sweater, right?
Then you just need robes, and then all those other people won't know what that is. I'll be just a masked person walking into a facility.
Yeah.
It sounds legit.
They'll just think you're a cult member. It's great.
I would love for that to be a thing. You win the costume contest, but they just call you cult member. It's like one of those things they completely misread your costume, but you win, so you can't really be an ass about it.
The only one who puts any sort of effort into it. And
hey man, if there's a contest, some old guy is gonna kick your ass.
Probably. I want to see what the old people are gonna do, but like at the same time, I don't want to see old people in costumes.
So they're the ones who come like dressed as sexy bunny rabbit or something like that to the costume contest.
Yeah, it's something weird.
Something
uncomfortable. So that's what Spike's been up to. He's been cons and people over and the hurricanes and rain.
I've not been in a hurricane, Halloween. Thank you. I've been fine. That was South Texas.
You've just had like people who would escape in the hurricane at your house.
Like taking people in for shelter. But Blue, what have you been up to?
Oh my god, it's been quite the saga of events. Not getting into the weird stuff. I mean, the one I'm going to talk about is weird, but
nice.
Somehow my dog stealth murdered a skunk. Like, this sounds ridiculous, but somebody let her inside after she did this, and she must have stunk horribly. So she didn't make any sort of barking noise, and somehow made it inside without anyone noticing for a few hours.
You look alright, get in.
Yeah, so someone was so passively not paying attention, they let her inside. So that's been a nightmare to deal with for the past while.
Sounds awful, honestly. Like, did they like ruin the? That end up like ruining like your carpets and things like that in the house?
No, that was safe. It was more. My dog's a chow chow, and they're basically balls of fluff. So you could imagine dealing with the smell of a skunk, what is essentially a fluffy lion-like creature.
So you cut all her hair.
Doesn't really like being bathed in any sort of capacity, so yeah, she needs another bath too, and no one wants to do it, but we really need to.
When was this? Does she still smell like skunk?
Slightly. And it was almost 3 weeks ago, and she's had like 2 or 3 baths by this point.
You do that tomato juice thing, right?
No, that's apparently an urban legend.
Really?
Fun fact. Yeah.
It just makes you smell like tomatoes.
Yeah. What? Yeah, there's actually like, stuff made for it, like shampoo.
What would tomatoes even
there's been that. There's been video games. Divinity 2 is good.
Oh, Divinity 2. You guys keep talking about Divinity 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Divinity 2 came out during the week of events. It's not the only game that came out either. A bunch of games came out. CupHead finally came out. So cool. Golf Story came out.
New Bendy's out.
The new Bendy and the Ink Machine came out. Stardew Valley got announced. Some other stuff. Destiny stuff, probably.
Yeah,
but like, it's just been a lot of events this week. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite finally came out.
Oh my god.
And there's something hilarious I want to talk about that right now, because I doubt Spike knows about it. So Spike, did you know that Spider-Man is the strongest character and you cannot stop him?
You cannot stop him?
So, Spider-Man has this ability that's been in the other 3 games called Web Ball. You know that ability, right? He shoots a web ball and the character gets stuck for like 3 seconds. And so you combine this ability with the Infinity Stone, Reality Stone.
I thought it was Power Stone.
I think it's the Reality Stone. I'm pretty sure it's the Reality Stone.
It's the red one, I think.
It's the red one. So you combine that with the red stone of the power reality, and you can infinite lock someone into place.
Really? Infinite lock?
So you shoot out a web ball, and then you shoot out a reality stone, which is slow enough where it won't hit him until after he gets webbed up, and then you can shoot another web ball, which is just fast enough to hit him after the reality stone hits him. So you can keep doing this over and over and over again till you win.
Oh my god.
So if you get someone in a web ball once, you won. So
what you're saying is Evo is going to be great this year.
Yeah. Are we even going to address the monster faces going on in that game?
I really wanted
There's a
them
lot
to
of
get
things
better.
wrong.
I was hoping they were going to get better. After the Chun-Li update, I was really hoping that everything was going to look beautiful, man.
No.
So, like, there's a lot of problems with Infinite. Like, the cast is really fucking boring. It has one amazing character, and it's someone from an old fighting game. It's from Darkstalkers.
Morgan?
His name starts with no. What? There's other characters from Darkstalkers.
Jada is in it or something.
Jada. That's what it was.
There we go. We got there.
Jeda's fucking the most unique character of the entire cast. Everybody else,
and his model actually looks good.
Yeah, he looks legit. Like someone put effort into him, and like whoever was pushing for that character to get included did all the work on it.
It's like, not even fucking Frank West, Dante, and Chris are so bad looking.
Yeah, oh my god. Like if you're not already a monster person, you look terrible.
Yeah.
Like for some reason the people with monster faces look decent, but even then their models still look like kind of garbage.
It's like the eyes and the lips that are really bad.
I think wasn't it the thing that they used basically the model from the last game, but it's just like it's still years apart, so the rest of the graphics no longer match it, and it seems incredibly dated. There's no way that it could hold up at this point, especially like with some characters being updated in appearance, other characters not being updated as appearance, so it just looks like a mishmash of trash.
That doesn't even make up for the menu design, though.
Oh my god,
like, the UI is garbage.
Okay, so do you remember what Marvel vs. Capcom's the 1 and 2's menu looked like? Yeah. They were like stylish, and they have a lot of things going on in the background. You have the sprites moving in when you choose a character, and you have all that stuff. In Infinite, it's like you're playing someone's free-to-play fighting game. They're just squares with portraits on the sides, and it's the background is the stage you choose, and for some reason you choose the stage first.
What? Yeah, you choose the stage before you choose your characters?
Characters, yeah.
Yes.
Weird. That's super weird.
It's fucking weird. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like out of left field, and it's just like it doesn't have catchy music. None of the stages have good music. Some of the stages look cool, but they're not great overall.
That used to be a really big thing about Marvel vs. Capcom. It had great music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me take you for a ride.
Yep. That was exactly what I thought of.
Yeah, fucking. And overall, like, the characters are boring, the UI is bad, the models are fucking ugly, and the most interesting character is in the DLC, which looks like they put all the love into. And it's just like, fucking. There's someone who suggested, why not have all the DLC characters as the main roster, and then the old people as the DLC, because that's usually what a lot of fighting games would do. It would have, honestly, that would have sold it way better. Like, there's some people who are saying if it wasn't for Jetta, the only new character in that game, they wouldn't have bought it. Like, it's fucking insane. Like, Capcom does
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel sucks. Captain Marvel's basically Nova.
Like, that's why I was saying I was about to buy the game, Blue. If you didn't like show me that YouTube video that was here's the story, then I probably would have ended up buying it, and I would have been horribly disappointed. And honestly, like, I'm really the only thing I was interested in is watching the comic book story, because I like comics, you know. And at this point, like, I feel like that was the only interesting thing about the entire game was just seeing the voice acted cutscenes.
Really?
Otherwise, I don't care.
Oh my god. The Morgan voiceover was so bad.
It's like watching... Actually, it might have been worse than the cartoon of Darkstalkers back in the day.
Just sounded like she didn't know what she was doing.
Oh, speaking of which, moving on a little bit, the voice actor strike's over for SAG.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, there was a voice actor
Yeah,
strike?
but
I had no idea.
for like 4 months or something like that.
Yep.
So it ended, but in a compromise. So basically, they're not going to get royalties, but they're going to get bonuses up to a certain amount. And also, they're going to be finally fucking told what they're voice acting for.
That's good.
So there's a lot of, because you'll be surprised, there was a lot of people who weren't told what they were voice acting, and then they got put into either really weird games or they were put into weird situations which made them look like bad voice actors because they didn't know what their characters were doing.
I can see that.
Yep. I remember that was the same case for GTA 4, I believe. The guy who voiced Nico had no idea what he was going in for.
Yeah, that guy fucking hates you.
Oh, God.
It's just like, I don't know, I don't understand this thing with how like people treat voice actors. They're actors just the same like everyone else. They just get treated way worse.
Yeah.
Especially in video games.
They were never going to get the royalty then, because
No.
at that point, you also have game developers who aren't getting any sort of royalty from it, so that would just spark another thing of them wanting in on the royalty game.
Well, it's just fucked up because like then they'll do things like remasters, and then they'll be like, well, our NDA or what have you only includes you for the first thing, not the remaster, because it's under a different title. We just happen to reuse the lines anyways.
Yep. I know the Silent Hill games were...
Oh, that was a fucking shit show.
Oh my god, yeah.
Not only did the remaster look like shit, they stole the voice actors' clips from them and put them in.
No, not just that. Dude, you remember they had Comic Sans. They replaced all the text with Comic Sans.
Yeah. For whatever reason, they changed a lot of the sign textures from a one style font to Comic Sans, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, they didn't have to touch that. There was no reason to touch that.
But hey, they had the accidental, most terrifying moment.
Oh yeah, where
the teeth replaced eyeballs.
God.
Oh my god, that was... Yeah. I remember... because I played that remaster before I knew how terrible it was at a friend's house. We played it all the way through, and I was like, oh, yeah, I remember hearing about this texture glitch, and just see if we see it, and it's like, yeah, it's totally there. It's fucking fucked up.
Jeez. That's not like a one-time glitch, that's like...
No, it's just there.
At some point.
It's just fucking there. That's weird. It doesn't... And then, it's not even, like, that's not even the worst glitch in there. It's the worst glitch was... The fog was gone, and that made that scene where you're in the boat, like...
Oh god, the boat scene.
The boat scene... You remember the boat scene in Silent Hill?
Okay, so in that game, I think because of an autosave, I actually got locked in Silent Hill 2. So I never made it very far in the Silent Hill 2 remaster.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, I actually think
yeah. Originally, I didn't know there was a problem with it. I bought it when it first came out. So I bought it because I was like, Brittany, my friend Brittany has never played Silent Hill 2. We should play it together. So we started playing it, and then like I realized like this is weird. I thought it was a whole lot better than this. And then we got to one point where it autosaved before a boss, but we didn't have any preparations for it because I didn't remember a boss was going to be in that room. So we walked in and we had like 3 bullets. So it was we should have explored more before going into this room. But as soon as we died on the boss and tried to go back to our last save, it auto-saved as we walked into the room. So it just locked us. So it was like we were just forced to die or get really fucking good.
Damn,
that should have gotten good.
I also do remember
Melee that boss. I assume it was the abstract jelly thing, the
that's
door.
the one.
Oh, was it? Yeah. That's a really hard boss, too.
Yes.
Oh, that sucks. And I think there was like also save game issues with that remaster as well.
Yep.
That thing was just a mess from top to bottom.
Definitely.
But it's good to hear like the voice actors finally got something from this instead of being just constantly fucked over and over and over again. And like in other news, also video game related, CupHead came out and we were saying CupHead fucking good. And it's fucking hard.
I'm shocked after all the years it actually lived up to the hype.
It's so good. Did you guys know that the people who made it quit their jobs and mortgaged their house?
Oh my god, are you serious?
Oh my god.
They put a shit ton of work into this game. They like solely dedicated themselves to this game. It's like insane how much effort went into it.
Oh yeah. Just the animation alone must have been ridiculous.
And honestly, like, they got pushed to put the running gun sections in, But honestly, that game's just amazing as a
It
boss
would have
fighting
been great
thing.
even without the running gun. And honestly, like the running guns,
Yeah.
They're the hardest fucking part for me. I can't do the running gun. I can do the bosses. I can't do the running guns.
I can do the running guns just good, but like the fucking annoying thing about it is like in the bosses, it's like it feels better because when you die in a boss, you're like, all right, just have to get back to that point. But in the running guns, it's like you're constantly getting thrown enemies at you, and when you die at any point in a running gun, you have to start from the beginning. There's no checkpoints at all for that. Like you figured something like a checkpoint would have been there, but no.
So hard. Like the running guns are what get me because it's just you're managing so much on the screen. Like with a boss, sure, each phase maybe you have more to manage, but with the running guns, like it's almost random. I realize it's not random, but it's almost random with the number of characters that appear. You have to handle them in a correct order. If you don't, then you're fucked. You know,
It does have some random into it because you know the parry things. Sometimes the parry things will come out differently. Sometimes enemies will spawn slower depending on how long you take or how many times you get hit. So it's semi-random.
I hear that there's a problem with colorblind people and seeing the parry pins.
They're pink.
Yeah, because it's a washed out pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's ever going to be addressed somehow.
Maybe. I hope so. That would be a shame for people who can't. It's like that parry thing is a crucial mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how far you've gotten into this, Spike.
I have made it to 2 bosses into the carnival.
Okay, so when you get enough coins and you buy through some of the Porkurium stuff, you eventually get the ability to buy something called the charge shot. The charge shot's fucking great. Me and Barnabas have started using it.
And you guys play together? Amazing. Like you use NVIDIA to play together?
No, we don't play together. We just happen to be progressing at the same time.
I've been playing through the game with Hell's Hobo. So it's really interesting. I think it makes it somewhat easier, but at the same time, the other person is a huge distraction on the screen.
Yeah, but like he's kind of a free hit if you're not in the same place, because then you could revive each other too by doing a parry, which gives you a parry.
It does give you a parry, but at the same time, I mean, like if you're focusing on helping your friend, then you will end up purposely putting yourself in dangerous situations you don't need to be in. Plus, I mean, we both have so Hells has the homing shot is what he keeps on, and I have the burst fire shot that's close range. So that's a lot of shit on the screen all at once. All the time.
So this game has been called Dark Souls like recently in the news, and people fucking hate it. But you know what it is? It's fucking Contra. It's bullet hell platforming.
I was gonna say the last time we got something that was like that was sort of Alien Hominid back on like the PS2 GameCube era. I know it was originally a Flash game, but it did eventually get a real game console kind of thing.
Man, that Alien Hominid game is fucking jank as hell. Like, it's cool. I mean, the dude who made that game like went on to better stuff, but like, fuck, the game was jank.
I liked it.
But yeah, it's platforming bullet hell. It's really fun. It has an amazing art style. It has fucking amazing music. It looks great. It plays well. It does have some bugs in it. Like people on the console version have been experiencing this weird bug where the controller will never stop vibrating.
Oh, actually, I've had that. Sometimes when you get hit, it just doesn't stop.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? Just massage.
There's a bug that you can replicate pretty easily. So there's a boss later on who shoots a orb that you can parry, and you can parry it as many times as you want.
Really?
So if you parry it, and especially if you have the ability Sugar Cubes, which gives whenever you jump is your first. When you jump once, it counts as your first parry, so you get one free parry without having to do the timing. So you jump into it, and then you just start fucking mashing A, and then the game starts to die. The game's like, I don't know what's happening.
Quit it.
But like, you get your super meter all the way up. It's great, but like, man, that boss fight's hard. You'll find it eventually. It's like, man, World 3 gets really fucking hard.
World 2 is already really fucking hard. That clown?
The clown's a piece of shit. He's the hardest boss in that fucking
world. He's one of the first ones you encounter.
The genie's understandable. The clown's fucking annoying.
Yeah, no, that was the very first one that me and Hells went after was the clown, actually.
That was a mistake.
Oh no.
That was a mistake.
I mean it's a good choice because then everything else in the world is easy and we're like, whatever.
Alright. If you think By the way, if you haven't been, you have to talk to NPCs because the NPC in that area gives your plane a bomb
we've
upgrade.
been talking to him. Every time NPC we see,
Guess
we
what?
talk to him because like we're interested to see what they are in the world, man. I'm interested in the game. That's
Guess
the
what?
major thing. Is like it's not a it's not a matter of I just want to get to the next boss. I just want to play. I'm actually interested in the world that they're in. Not to mention, like I'm always so interested in how the characters Mugman and CupHead interact, if they do at all. Because if it was me, if I was Mugman, I would have snapped his goddamn neck. As soon as that opening is like, yeah, I could bet our souls. Actually, you mean your? And then he already rolls roll the dice. Lost.
Yeah. You just start strangling them.
CupHead's a dick.
But so I didn't talk to the bomb upgrade guy when I went and fought the genie.
Oh no!
Made that fight a lot harder.
You don't have to be in his line of fire if you just keep dropping bombs, man.
Yeah. Wish I knew that before. But also, I've been playing on regular purely. I don't do simple at all. The simple is for cowards.
Okay. Also, you can't progress if you can't get to. I'm
man.
assuming you can't get to the devil if you play simple. Because only in normal do you get the actual. You can collect the contracts afterward.
Oh, really? Is that how that works?
I think simple is so that you can learn their forms, so that you can get through normal easier. Because it kind of it makes it simplified, and it makes their attacks like a lot. Whenever like the carrot for not the carrot, the flower, for instance, right? Whenever he shoots into the air those seeds, he shoots 3 seeds. Boom, boom, boom. Then you can learn what each seed does. But when you're playing it on normal, he'll shoot like 6. And then they'll form really fast. And then he'll do his next attack. And then he'll shoot 6 more. So it becomes a lot more chaotic.
I don't know. I feel like you should just stick to regulars. But
No, I plan on it. Yeah. I did the... I was streaming it before with Ash. And we did it on simple. But when I'm playing it with Hells, like I kind of realized, like, no, I got to play it on normal. There's not a way to do it as simple.
You know, there's some people who have the methodology of whenever you play a game, you start on the hardest difficulty so you understand it, or like you get the best feel of the game. There's some games that you can't do that with because it's literally not meant to be like that. But like a lot of games have more of a pure experience if you play it on the hardest.
Well, it's the same thing like Mario Kart, dude. If you play it at 200cc at the very beginning, you can like race like amazingly well at 100.
I don't know about that because when you go from a fast speed to a slow speed, it feels terrible.
Man. That's why, because you're waiting for it to go faster, but you have the timing and everything correct. You can easily control it because your reflexes are much higher than that.
Not that I have the timing down for 200. 200 cc's just I'm gonna just stop driving when I get to a corner. It was really good catching up with you guys, but I think it's time to end this episode of the podcast. We're doing it a little shorter, but we should be back fairly soon. Maybe we'll do another episode with Matt.
A Halloween special is what you're saying? End of the month, Halloween special?
Oh, shit, we're going to do a spooky talk about spooky things. I'd be down for that.
Talk about hauntings.
Oh, that reminds me.
Talk about hauntings in our area. You know what I'm saying?
Actually reminds me, I watched the movie It Follows.
Oh, really? No, don't save it for the Halloween podcast special.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Make sure to check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. It really helps. Share it around as much as you can. And send us an email at dungeonrunnerspodcast@gmail.com. Dungeonrunnerspodcast@gmail.com. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Meet me.